Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shane, your Nappy Chef. Today we're going to make a quick and easy recipe called crab rangoon. So we have about 6 ounces of claw meat here. These are wonton wraps. You can find them in the Asian section of your freezer, your grocer's freezer. Salt, garlic powder, the yellow onion, banana pepper out of my garden, like we just saw me pick, some chives or some fresh onion tops, and some cream cheese. So this is a pretty simple recipe. I think you'll enjoy it. That's pretty much it. So today we have a special guest. This is Valencia, the Nappy Chef's wife. Take it away, V.
Okay, so we're making crab rangoon today. So the first thing you need to do is put your cream cheese in a big bowl. It needs to be softened, so you need to leave it out a couple of hours before you actually start using it. And this is relatively soft. And then you put the crab meat in. Now you don't want to chop up your crab meat. You don't want to liquefy it. You just want to kind of
leave big chunks.
Leave big chunks and just kind of toss it.
Gotcha.
A little bit. Okay. You set that aside and you cut up your chives and your onion. Now, usually you use what's a little green onion, but today we have yellow onion. So use what you got. The green onion is my preferred favorite, and we have some chives, so that's going to make up for it as well. So we'll start with just cutting up a few chives. I'm going to give it back to the Nappy Chef.
So you don't want them to be large pieces, but you don't want it to be little tiny, so tiny that you can't see it. So this is good.
You don't have to use the whole onion depending on your taste. You just cut up some onion as much as you like. Get all the skin off. You want a small chop on your onions. You don't want to bite into a big old honking chop of onion. So give it a relatively nice small size. You see I didn't cut all of it up. I'm just trying to gauge it when I put it in the bowl.
So what is that, about a quarter of an onion or something?
That's about a quarter of an onion. I'm going to put a little bit more in.
Could you put garlic in here if you wanted to? Like a fresh garlic?
You can put fresh garlic in if you want, but we are going to use garlic powder, so you don't want it to be an overwhelming taste. It's when I guess Asian restaurants do wonton. It's a mild taste. It's a nice appetizer. Not too much of anything.
It looks nice. Smells good.
Very oniony. So yeah, about a quarter of an onion. Now we're going to add a little bit of pepper. This is a mild pepper, like a mild bell pepper.
Now what you want to do when you're cutting this, you want to make sure that you're not going to get any seeds in there. So you want to cut it the length, cut down the long way, down the spine, and then that way that leaves the seeds right there in the middle. Seeds have a little bit of a kick to them, not too much. It's not like a Scotch bonnet or a habanero. It's very mild. It's almost like a bell pepper, actually, but with maybe just a little bit more of a spice to it.
Like that. And you're welcome to add more if you like. I'm going to give this just a light toss. Break up my cream cheese. Okay, I'm going to add some garlic powder. Just to taste.
What is that, about a teaspoon or something?
About a teaspoon. About a quarter of a teaspoon. Start out with that. See if you like it. And all of this food is done so you can taste it as you go along. See if you like it. A little. Give it a good stir. Try not to break up your crab. So now you're getting ready to put them on your wonton wrappers. And you just lay your wonton wrappers out. I like to use my cutting board because it's the right size for so many. You need a bowl of water right next to you. And you can either use your fork or you can use a spoon and just put a little bit on your spoon, a little bit on your wrapper.
So you're just trying to fill up the middle of it?
You're going to fill up the middle. Use your finger, use 2 spoons, use whatever you like.
You don't want to put too much, right?
Don't, this is too much right here. Okay. This is just right.
Alright.
So you take that one off and just keep filling them up. And I suggest you lay out a lot of them, fill them up. Okay, so now that I have all these filled up, you want clean hands, and you're going to dip your finger in the water and just start anywhere, and you're going to moisten 2 sides of this. Just like that, and you fold it over and pat it down so that it sticks. Okay? And then you take that wonton, it's stuck together now, and you shape it like a wonton. You can shape it like anything you want. And then lay it aside on a plate. You wet 2 sides. Fold it in half like that, do a little triangle. Press it. And push it down like that.
Alright, so after you're done, it should look something like this. So our next step, we're just going to take these and fry them in some, or we're going to use extra virgin olive oil, or...
We're going to just use regular vegetable oil. So you're going to put it in very hot oil, about 6 or 7 or so, because they're going to fry up really quickly. And you're going to flip them over and take them out. Quickly as you put them in, you'll be turning them over. Flip them over just like that. Always wear a shirt. Always, always, always. Just as quickly as you put them in, I'll turn my heat down just a little bit. We're going to take them out.
Alright, so that is how you make crab wonton. So, now again, as always, I hate to do this to you, but taste test. This is just oyster sauce. Oh, yeah. That is so good. Wow. Well, this is Shane, your Nappy Chef, and Mrs. Nappy Chef. Do try this recipe. Please subscribe, share it with your friends on Facebook, and we'll see you next week.